Good morning, everyone. As you can see, it's 4:06. My wristwatch alarm goes off at 4:01 every morning. I've been waking up at 4 every day this year, and this is kind of what my morning routine looks like. First thing, I either hop into the office or over into the living room here and get on my computer, start doing some work. But I also leave my phone charging on this charging pad right here every night, so I'm not on it before I go to bed. I'm currently on my internal medicine rotation, so we have quite a few different resources and assignments that we're doing. But for the whole year, I've just been waking up and doing about 20 UWorld questions. And then at 5 o'clock, I go and wake up Marin. But today, I have decided I'm going to start waking her up at 4:50 because we now go to the gym and she just takes a little too long to get ready for me. So we're going to speed things up a little bit. This morning I did a couple different ECG cases. Other resources that we have to do for internal medicine include different case studies. And then I'm continuing to do practice questions. So every morning I kind of pick one study activity and do that for an hour before we head to the gym. As predicted, Marin is not happy about the earlier wake up time, but she's never happy when I wake her up. So it's my cross to bear. Here we are at the gym, it's like 5:07. Back from the gym now. Mav is patiently waiting for his feeder to go off at 6:30. It's now 6:20. So that was a quick, just shy of an hour workout. It was like 57 minutes. We did legs. So right now we're doing a rotation of 3 different workouts. We have legs, we have torso, which is kind of a push-pull day, and then we have arms, and we try to throw in a couple runs each week. So I would say for the last 2 to 3 weeks, we've been pretty consistent getting in like 5 to 6 workouts throughout the week. And we'll usually space out the torso and arm day with a run or a rest day. And now we're going to put together breakfast. Anybody who's been following me for any amount of time knows that I have the same breakfast smoothie every morning. So we've got berries, spinach, whole milk, protein powder, non-fat Greek yogurt. Mav always gets a snack because he hears me start making the smoothie and then comes and waits for the spoon to be licked. So that'll go into a shaker bottle and I will drink that on the way to work. So then this concoction here is some frozen berries, cottage cheese, pepper, and chia seeds that I will mix up. And this is my lunch along with a couple snacks. We've got a That's It fruit bar, some high energy trail mix from Costco, as well as one of these Skippy creamy wafer bars. Some of you might be thinking, pepper on cottage cheese, what are you thinking? It's actually unreal, so you should try it. And the berries are frozen now, but they'll thaw out by the time I have it for lunch, and it helps to keep everything cold until that time. So now it's 6:27, we're gonna go hop in the shower and hope to be on the road by 6:45. Wakey, eggs and bakey. Quick fit check, we've got the State and Liberty button down. If you have an athletic build or run hot like I do, these shirts are amazing. They are a little expensive, but I have like 4 of them and I just rotate them throughout the week. wash them in the normal wash, let them air dry, and they are phenomenal. We've got some, what are these? Calvin Klein dress pants. They're from my wedding, custom tailored to me, so they actually fit okay. And then we've got some Cole Haan dress shoes with my Express eggs and bacon socks. Of course, we didn't forget the fanny pack. If you haven't seen the video on what's in my fanny pack, you should go find it on my channel after this, or I might link it up here if I remember however to do that. I'm also wearing, hard to see here, this Anson belt, which is super nice because it just has this little slidey thing and you can micro adjust it throughout the day, which is super handy when you're walking upstairs a lot, sitting down at a computer. You can just adjust it just a little bit to fit perfectly for the situation. And then I also didn't mention, over the past couple of years, I've become quite interested in high-end mechanical watches. And my father-in-law graciously gifted me this Hamilton Field Khaki Automatic. So that's what I've been wearing in the hospital the last several rotations. We're now headed out on the 1 hour commute to my clinical site. You can kind of tell it's really hard. The sun is just coming up in the background there. I choose to dress in semi-professional attire on my internal medicine rotation. All of the hospitalists that I rotate with wear scrubs, but our expectation as med students is scrubs and white coat or semi-professional, pretty much professional dress without the tie. So I kind of enjoy dressing up, so I tend to do that. I actually haven't worn scrubs at all this rotation so far. But now that we're on the commute, I typically will listen to a podcast, usually hockey related, or I've been really into Modern Wisdom by Chris Williamson, where he has on guests that speak on a bunch of different topics, primarily evolutionary psychology. But I mean, whenever I find a podcast by a creator I like on a topic that I'm interested in, I'll add it to the queue, and I have 2 hours a day where I'm just listening to podcasts at double speed, so I can get through about 4 hours of content. On the weekends, I sleep in a little bit. I don't wake up at 4 a.m. It's just not necessary, but Monday through Friday, my watch alarm is set for 4:01 a.m., and since January 1st, I have been getting up at 4 a.m. every weekday. I just decided during my general surgery rotation, with some days starting at 7 a.m. and some days starting at 9 a.m., that I wanted to be able to have a good morning routine where I'm waking up at the same time and doing the same things every morning, just to be able to have some semblance of lifestyle balance. And it's actually worked out really well. You might ask, like, how on earth are you waking up at 4 a.m. every day? And part of that is prioritizing my time so that I get studying done before I go to work, right when I get home from work, and maybe a little bit after dinner. And then we let the dogs out at 8 p.m. for the last time. At that time, we start moving upstairs and getting ready for bed. I'm usually in bed by 8:30, and I'll read for about half an hour. And then by 9, I'm setting my book down and turning the lights off, going to sleep. As I mentioned earlier, I keep my phone in the kitchen, so I'm not on social media, I'm not doom scrolling. I'm just in bed using an amber light to read, and usually by 9 p.m. I'm pretty exhausted and I fall right asleep and sleep through the night. And at this point, I'm waking up sometimes 10 minutes before my alarm at 4, and it's been phenomenal. It's 7:43. I've now made it to the hospital, so I'm gonna head inside, figure out who my patients are for the day, and start rounding. So that's been my 4 a.m. morning routine as a medical student. We'll catch you in the next one.